All right, thanks for joining me. So I'm just going to show you when I send comics to CGC, I want to show you what I do. So first, here are the supplies that you need besides the comic boards and bag, and I'll show you that in a second. But you're going to need some of this blue or green painter's tape will work fine. A pair of scissors, I have a felt marker, and I got 2 pieces of cardboard. These are actually reused from previous CGC submissions. So when you get them back from CGC, in between the slabs, they put these pieces of cardboard. So these work fine. So I reused those. And then we got some bubble wrap. So I got 2 4-foot rolls or pieces of bubble wrap, okay? So those are the supplies that I use. All right, I just want to show you how I bag and board the comics I ship to CGC. So what I have here is I have the comic on a backing board and I slide it into the Mylar bag. It's called Mylar bag? I think it's called Mylar bag. So I slide it in like that. Then I get another backing board of the same size and I slide it in the back. Okay, so I just grab it, slide it in the back, like so, and I grab a piece of, Scotch tape. I just grab a piece of Scotch tape here, I just tape it on an angle, like so, and it's ready to go. Okay, so a bag, double boarded, ready to go. All right, so very quickly, I just want to show you how I stack books to ship them off to CGC. So I do front to front and back to back. So I have 6 books here. You can see, it's going to be front to front, back to back, front to front, back to back, and these basically create one little stack. Okay, so I have 6 books here. If I had a 7th book, I would put it on top just like that. Okay, so you should send off 25 books of the same service at one time. So you should send off 25 books, 50 books, 75 or 100 at one time to get your most, I guess, bang for the buck for shipping. So saying that, I make bricks of 6 books, 6 books, 6 books, and 7 books. So I make 4 bricks of comics to make 25 books. That makes sense? So you could do 8, 8, and 9. I have done that, but I just worry that when it gets a little bit taller, the books can shift around a little bit. So 6, 6, 6, 7 is the ideal amount that I have found. Okay, next I will show you how I tape them together. All right, so I have taped these books together. Okay, so very, very straightforward. Okay. So why I like to cut the painter's tape with scissors instead of just ripping it by hand is if you have a 7th book, I like to put the 7th book like this. And I don't like to put it like this. And the reason is just because if there's tape and stuff like that here, or if there's the plastic is bumpy or anything like that, I don't want that to leave an impression in the front cover of this book. And also, I don't want to put that painter's tape on the cover here and have any bumps. So I like a nice clean edge. That's why I cut it with scissors. Maybe it's a little bit very, very anal, but if you rip it by hand, there could be a possible bump or something. And then when you create your brick, you'll see later that the pressure might leave a little indentation in the front cover. So that's why I like to cut it with scissors. All right. All right, next. So I was mentioning these cardboard pieces. They come in the CGC boxes. So when you get, you know, the slabs back from CGC, in between the slabs, they put these cardboard pieces, which they actually work great for sending comics back. But they are a little bit too long, so I actually trim off the ends of the boards. And I actually cut from both ends. You're gonna think I'm very anal again, but I cut a little bit off this end and a little bit off this end. And the reason why is because a lot of these corners are a little bit weak. I don't know if you can see, it's a bit flimsy, and you don't want the cardboard to be too flimsy. So I just cut a little bit off, about that much off each side. Okay. And what happens, what's left over is the corners that are left over are pretty strong. Not too bad. Okay, let's do this one real quick. So I would cut off about that much. So, you know, if you want to be really, really anal, you should feel each corner, and you can see which corner needs to be cut more than others. Okay, so let's just finish this off. Okay, so now I got my two boards that I'm going to sandwich the comics in between. And I'll show you a video of after I've taped it up, okay? Okay, I've completed the next step. So I've taken those 6 comics that were taped together and I've taped them to one of the pieces of cardboard, okay? So actually I use 6 pieces of tape to tape it down to the cardboard. I do 2 on the long parts of the comic, and I put 1 there, and then I put 1 on the other side there, okay? So this way, it's actually quite sturdy on the, or quite secure on the cardboard, okay? All right, and next I'm gonna put this piece of cardboard that way on top of here, okay? Okay, so I've taped that other piece of cardboard on the other side. So I do 6 pieces again. So I do 1 on the ends, kind of in the middle, but a little bit off to the side here. Same on the other side, and then 2 on each long sides of this cardboard. And what you can do too is you can do this, you can fold over the end of the tape. So the person at CGC has an easier time to take this off. It's up to you if you want to do that or not. But what happens is now we have this brick. It's very, very sturdy, secure. So next I'm going to wrap it with the bubble wrap and tape it. Okay. Actually, one step that I did forget was I always mark, I always write on here. So for my submission, this is books 120 to 125. Okay, so I like to mark on the cardboard which books these are. Okay, just makes it easier for myself and also maybe for the people at CGC. Okay, so I'm at the next step of wrapping this with the bubble wrap. So I'm going to, I have this bubble wrap laid out. It's 4 feet. And what I do is I tape one side down like that. And then, sorry, I'm trying to film and do this with one hand. So let me see if I can do this. Let's go like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. And then take this and then tape it down. Okay, now I'm going to bubble wrap it the other way, this way, okay? Okay, I'm going to bubble wrap it lengthwise this time, okay? So again, it's just a 4-foot piece of bubble wrap. So again, bear with me. I'm going to try to do this one-handed, so. Okay, and you just keep going And then fold that over. I got a nice, a little bit longer piece of tape. I'll tape that down. And what I like to do again is I write comics. Sorry, I'm trying to film it right at the same time. So those are my 120 to 125 in the submission. Okay. Now I'll show you how I tape up the ends. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this one-handed here, but I have this all ready to go, and then this is what I do. I just take a long piece of tape and I wrap it around like that, and I put another one here. Just let me grab a piece of tape somehow. Grab a piece of tape. Okay. And then like that. This is how it looks. Very, very simple. Okay, and I'll do that for the other side. Okay, so you can see that this is all bundled up, all wrapped up on both sides, taped up on both sides. Okay, so this is actually like very, very sturdy now. And then this is my box that's gonna go to CGC. Okay, you can see that. So there's gonna be 125 books going to CGC. So yeah, I'll just show you how I put them in here. So at the bottom of the box, I actually crumpled up a lot of paper and stuck it at the very bottom. And then you can see at the ends, I've stuck in some bubble wrap. And I might stick in some more, just so you know. And then I'm gonna pile on, I'm gonna put some more books like that. And the one that I just did like that. And I keep number 1 out because, number 1 to 6, because this is where I'm gonna slide in the submission form. Okay? And just so you know that after I pack everything, then I'm going to put more bubble wrap, more paper, or maybe even some packing peanuts in here, and then I will box it up. Now, because I'm very, very anal, so this box is pretty sturdy, but it's a little bit flimsy, a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I have some cardboard over there. So I'm actually gonna cut out a piece of the cardboard and put it on the outside of this box just to make it a little bit stronger. Just in case, you know, they throw it around or, you know, they put something heavy on it. I don't want something, see that? To get pushed down too much, or I don't want this to get damaged. Okay, and then it's gonna go off to CGC. Oh yeah, the last thing I wanted to show you is I'm gonna throw these into the box as well. So I'm gonna stick them in with the packing slip, with the submission slip. I'm gonna put these are the ones that I've cracked open. And I'm just gonna send these in so CGC can update their census. All right, you should always do that. Okay, so I'm gonna be shipping these books off tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get them back within, probably a couple months. All right, I'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining me. All right, packaged up and ready to ship off to CGC.